Good afternoon. I am Saifuddin Lagindab. I will be discussing the topic reactive thrombocytosis. Source of the discussion is Rodax Hematology, Clinical Principles and Applications, 6th edition. The reactive thrombocytosis is a platelet counts between 450,000 to 800,000 per microliter, with no change in platelet function. Platelet production remains responsive to normal regulatory stimuli, the thrombopoietin, and morphologically normal platelets are produced at a moderately increased rate. Reactive thrombocytosis may result from blood loss and surgery, post-splenectomy, iron deficiency anemia, reactive thrombocytosis such as infection or infection plus surgery, the stress including trauma and post-operative, and rebound after myelosuppressive chemotherapy. The examination of the bone marrow reveals a normal to increased number of megakaryocytes that are in normal morphology. The first condition we'll be discussing is reactive thrombocytosis associated with hemorrhage or surgery. After acute hemorrhage, the platelet count may be low for 2 to 6 days, if not platelet transfusion, but typically rebounds to elevated levels for several days before returning to the pre-hemorrhage level. Similar pattern is seen after major surgical procedures associated with significant blood loss. In both cases, the platelet count typically returns to normal 10 to 16 days after blood loss. The second condition is post-splenectomy thrombocytosis. The removal of the spleen typically results in platelet counts that can reach or exceed 1 million per microliter, regardless of the reason for splenectomy. The spleen normally sequesters about 1/3 of the circulating platelet mass. After splenectomy, one would expect initial increase is the platelet of approximately 30 to 50%. Unlike other blood loss from hemorrhage or other types of surgery, the platelet count reaches a maximum of 1 to 3 weeks after splenectomy and remains elevated for 1 to 3 months. The third condition is thrombocytosis associated with iron deficiency anemia. Mild iron deficiency anemia secondary to chronic blood loss is associated with thrombocytosis in about 50% of cases. The platelet count may be 2 million per microliter. After iron therapy is started, the platelet count usually returns to normal within 7 to 10 days. It is believed that iron plays some role in regulating thrombopoiesis because treatment of the iron deficiency with iron replacement has resulted in a normalization of the platelet count in thrombocytopenic patients and has been reported to induce thrombocytopenia in patients with normal platelet counts. Fourth condition would be thrombocytosis associated with inflammation and disease. Thrombocytosis may be found in association with rheumatoid arthritis, rheumatic heart fever, osteomyelitis, ulcerative colitis, and acute infection. In rheumatoid arthritis, the presence of thrombocytosis can be correlated with activation of the inflammatory process. The Kawasaki disease is a disorder caused by inflammation of the walls of small and medium-sized arteries throughout the body. It is also known as mucocutaneous lymph node syndrome because it affects lymph nodes, skin, and mucous membranes in the mouth, nose, and throat. It is an acute febrile illness of infants and young children. Boys are more likely than girls to develop the disease. It is a self-limited acute vasculitic syndrome of unknown origin, although an infectious etiology has been suspected. Although the disease is self-limiting, there can be lifelong sequelae, including coronary artery thrombosis and aneurysms. The acute febrile stage of the disease lasts 2 weeks or longer, with a fever of 40 degrees Celsius or higher, and is unresponsive to antibiotic therapy. The longer the fever continues, the higher the risk of cardiovascular complications. Subacute phase lasts an additional week to 10 days. During this phase, the platelet count usually is elevated and counts of 2 million per ml have been reported. In addition, acute phase reactants such as C-reactive protein and erythrocyte sedimentation rate are elevated, consistent with an inflammatory state. The WBC count can be moderately to markedly elevated with a left shift, and many patients develop a mild normochromic normocytic anemia. During this phase, cardiovascular complications and aneurysms develop. The higher the platelet count, the higher the risk of cardiovascular complications. After the subacute phase comes the convalescence phase, during which all signs of illness disappear and the acute phase reactants subside to normal. There is no specific test for Kawasaki disease. Diagnosis is primarily by excluding other diseases that cause similar signs and symptoms. The treatment for Kawasaki disease is administration of antiplatelet agents such as aspirin and IVIG. Fifth condition is exercise-induced thrombocytosis. Strenuous exercise is a well-known cause of relative thrombocytosis and likely due to release of platelets from the splenic pool or hemoconcentration by transfer of plasma water to the extravascular compartment or both. Normally, platelet count returns to its pre-exercise baseline level 30 minutes after completion of exercise. The last condition associated in reactive thrombocytosis is rebound thrombocytosis. Usually peaks 10 to 17 days after withdrawal of the defending drug, such as alcohol or methotrexate, or other institution of therapy for the underlying condition with which thrombocytopenia is associated, the vitamin B12 deficiency. That's all for the topic on reactive thrombocytosis. Thank you for listening.